guys, before getting into the video, let me give a small description about KK Muhammed. He was a part of the 1976 excavation of Babari masjid and stated that the temple was built between 10th and 11th century.
So having great pleasure to meet you. When it came to my knowledge that there was an opportunity, I just don't want to miss it. So I have about 5 questions to ask you through which I may be clear about archaeology. How do archaeologists like to assess the age of site or artifacts?
See, whenever you go to a site, first of all you have to learn about the history of the site, and that will be available for the books. So you will be going to that particular site with the help of this book, the knowledge of the book that will be in your head also. So that will give you a kind of perception about the site. And then the second thing is you have to start exploring the whole area. So one is the bookish knowledge, and then you have to explore the entire area. So when you explore the area, you will be getting so many things from the surface level. So that thing you will have to keep in your mind. So there are now 2 things. One is the bookish knowledge, second thing is the exploration, and then you have to excavate. Excavate means going deep down. So whenever you go deep down, you will be getting so many things. So number 1, there are different dating methodologies, and one methodology is stylistic dating. Stylistic dating means, suppose there is a change from the decorative pattern of one period to another period. That means if it is a piece of British period, the decorative pattern would be different. And before this one, British people, Mughals, their decorative patterns would be different. And before that, that is Sultanate period, their decorative patterns would be different. And before that, Rajput period. And then we'll be having other ancient periods also. So in all these periods, decorative patterns would be different. So we call it stylistic dating. That is one method. Yes, but then there is another method which is more accurate and scientific. That is number 1, C14 method. That is a physical examination of a thing. Suppose you are getting a bone piece.
Yes, sir.
You can date it on the basis of the C14 method. You are getting a wooden piece which contains carbon. So if it contains carbon, that will give you an approximate dating. So that is known as C14 method.
So by whom will these methods?
That would not be, we will be excavating things, and then we will be sending the sample to some other laboratories.
Yes,
so it is for them to date it.
Yes,
so whatever they give, I have to accept it.
yes.
And then there is a thermoluminescence dating. That is again a very refined scientific method. So that is on the basis of heating certain levels. Suppose you are getting a brick. So at one time, people had heated the mud to make this brick. Or you wanted to make a tile. So at what period they had heated it. So that will give you that date. So these are various other scientific methods of dating. One, you have got the stylistic dating, and the second thing is this absolute dating and scientific dating. So this is how we do the dating of a particular piece which we are getting from the earth.
So which method is used mostly?
We use both the methods. First of all, you cannot, suppose you are excavating a place, you are getting a piece. So first of all, we will be doing that stylistic dating.
Yes,
and then we will be sending the material to some kind of laboratory, and they will date it. So whatever they give, that is an absolute dating, that is you have to accept.
So what if both dates are different from each other?
There will be slight, even otherwise also there will be slight variation of 100 years. Sometimes it will be 100, sometimes it will be 200.
Yes.
But you will not be having more than that.
Yes.
That is there. So that you will have to take an overlapping date also.
Yes. So my second question is, can you share that finding which gave you satisfaction in your service period?
In archaeology there are 2 things. One is exploration and excavation. And the second thing is conservation. Conservation means suppose a temple or the visual temple in Tanjore or Gemmikonda temple or the Archeological temple. It was not like this as you see today. It was in a very bad condition. So that is known as from that period of time, if we are continuously conserving this monument, that means you are doing the conservation work. And the first thing is exploration and excavation. That is your discovery. So in the field of discovery, my biggest achievement was the discovery of Akbar's Ibadat Khana and the Christian chapel. Ibadat Khana was that place where Akbar had invited people from different religions, and then he arranged the discussion of the people, and ultimately he evolved a new religion known as Deen-e-Ilahi by taking things from all the religions. So that was a nursery of Indian secularism. I had the privilege of exploring, excavating and discovering that one. Then there was a Christian chapel also there, that also I could do it, and many other discoveries also. So I spent almost 9 years for that one. So that was in the field of discovery, that was the best thing.
So how could you gather the details about a place or something else?
That is, I told you, because first of all, before going, you have to have a study of the literature of that particular period. So that is very essential. I did that one. And then you have to go on your foot. You cannot go in a car, you have to go on your foot, so that you can see each and everything. And then you have to verify it from the information which you have gathered from the books. This is how we conduct things. And sometimes, our conclusion may be wrong also. And then you have to admit to my conclusion at that time was wrong, and I revise my opinion.
Yes. So my third question is, can you share a moment that you are proud enough in your service?
It was, as I told you, about the discovery of Ibadat Khana, because I could prove that this mount, because I saw a mount, it was a 4 feet, this was 4 meter high mount, and I said that this is the site of Ibadat Khana. 12 trees were growing over that one, debris were there, and 12 trees were growing over that one. So then you have to prove that this was Ibadat Khana. For that, I got a painting of Akbar's time, in which Akbar had shown that the discussion at Ibadat Khana was going on between scholars of all the groups. And then the structure which I excavated, it took 2 years for the excavation. The structure which I excavated completely tallied with the painting which was made during the lifetime of Akbar about Ibadat Khana. So that is the biggest discovery.
So the fourth thing I want to ask you is, what sort of feelings you had when the Honorable Supreme Court admit your findings and claim regarding the Ayodhya case?
It was a supreme moment for me in my life, because I was one of the first persons to say that I was in that excavation at Ayodhya. I was working under Pradhan Vivida, and I have seen the temple remains below the mosque. So at that time, a number of historians, senior most historians, they were against me, they were after me. And then a second excavation was conducted. So in that second excavation also, because we had got 12 pillars, temple pillars, but in the second excavation, more than 50 temple pillars were excavated, which means it was a huge temple, it was not an ordinary temple. So when this fact was placed before the Supreme Court of India, they had no other way but to say, yes, there was a temple before that, and thus it was given to Hindu community for constructing a huge temple. And we were not expecting it, because you have to do it without creating a problem for the Muslim community also. So they were, instead of that one, instead of their laws here, they were given 5 acres of land. So that way it was very harmoniously that case was concluded. So that was on the basis of the findings of the Archaeological Survey of India. So because of which that was a very supreme moment for me.
So the fifth question is, which will guide all aspects of the work, including where to excavate, what kinds of data to collect, and what types of artifacts are relevant to the study?
Please repeat it.
Which will guide all aspects of the work, including where to excavate, what kinds of data to collect, and what types of artifacts are relevant to the study?
It depends upon your experience. Because archaeology is a field experience. If you don't have that field experience, you may miss many things. And you may not be reaching the right conclusion also. So for that you have to have a basic training under some very good teachers. They will tell you about different aspects, and then you have to have the knowledge of so many things. You should know physics because you have to do C40 You should know botany because you have to experiment on the wooden pieces. You should know zoology because sometimes animal remains you will meet. So this is essential. You have to know the history. So you have sometimes you should know chemistry because suppose something is now embedded in the mud. So how to deal with those things? For that you need chemical dating also. So you have to be a jack of all, and then you have to have a wide reading also. So if you have these two qualities and then ready to work for miles and miles, then you can be an archaeologist. You should not look for money and payment. If you have the passion, this is a fascinating field. If you don't have the passion for the subject, please don't go for it.
So one last question, have you ever faced failures and how did you overcome it?
Yes, you have to, because then you should be ready to face failures and admit it also. It happens sometimes. You cannot be always successful. So that also you will have to admit, I cannot be always successful. And I'll have to revise my opinion also, I'll have to change my opinion also. So one should be a flexible person. Then only he will be successful as an archaeologist.
Thank you, Subrat sir. I'm grateful for interviewing with you today. You have given me a clear overview of the question. Thank you, sir.